we were talking about the future of digital assets.
Yeah.
And I was asking George about Luna, this big crash of stablecoins. Millions of dollars were lost.
Now, did I get into an argument on that one?
It was civil.
No, this is George. George, it's a Rich Dad radio show. You know, I'm known for my tact and discipline and all this stuff, my silver tongue. And this, every time I hear it from the
experts.
FN you guys, this will never go down. I mean, how many times have you heard that one? And I'm older. I hear it all the time. So he's yelling about this will never go down, and I go, why? It's got algorithms. I went, oh God. So I started screaming at him. I said, don't give me that crap, and all this stuff. And then 2 days later, boom, goes to zero almost, right? Yeah,
and so it sent a shockwave, I guess is what I was trying to say earlier. And, so does that, are we seeing this trembling of, maybe this isn't the future? And you had a great comment about the .com era.
Yeah, well, I think that it'll be...
And the real estate era, too. The same thing happened.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be similar in the sense that, back in the late 90s, everything was .com, and they were getting these billion-dollar valuations. And it is true that the Internet was the future. Yeah, it is true that the Internet was the future, but not all those companies. 99% of them go bust. Mm-hmm. And I think it'll most likely be the same with crypto. There will come, maybe Bitcoin, Ethereum will come out winners in the long run and will be here. I don't know what purpose they'll serve. I don't know if they'll be transactional in the case of Bitcoin or be more of a digital reserve asset, store value. I'm not quite sure, what place it'll play, but I think it'll most likely play out the same way the .com bubble burst in the 1990s.
But I didn't know this. They're committing suicide?
Oh, yeah. There's a whole, Reddit is going crazy over this crash. In fact, Reddit, it's another, social platform. Okay. So they're talking, friends of theirs committed suicide. They lost millions in this stable coin.
What was fascinating is I did the Fresh and Fit podcast, those two young guys out in Miami, I think you know. And I was talking to them offline about cryptocurrency, and they said that their friends, in this 20-year-old age group, are so into crypto that that's all they have. And to the point where, excuse me, a lot of times the Fresh and Fit guys will have to lend them money for lunch. Not because they don't have money, but all their money is in crypto, 100% of it.
They're
and not
just billionaires, but no cash.
Yeah, or millionaires or thousandaires, maybe in this case. But it's not in Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's in all these lesser-known altcoins that they think are going to or have the potential to go up 1,000x, and they're trying to be the next superstar on Instagram, billionaire or whatever that gets rich in crypto, and then they just get completely wiped out. And it gives them that very, very difficult lesson that young investors have had to learn throughout the ages, that it's not different this time. To your earlier point.
Right. We've been through this before.
Yeah, but I've heard that. No, it'll never go down. I'm going, the moment I hear that, I know it's going down.
Yeah, and there's always... Jim Rogers, I think, articulated it beautifully in the Market Wizards books, where he says you've just got to buy panic and sell hysteria. And sometimes, you can tell when there's hysteria, and when Bitcoin was at 65,000. And now I'm long-term bullish on Bitcoin.
Me too.
But you got to pick and choose when you buy based on that panic and hysteria. And there was I was seeing it on Twitter nonstop. I was seeing it in social media. I was seeing it in all these chat rooms like Clubhouse, where the hysteria was just mind-boggling. And that's something that I think people can sense, but they need to make sure they're not getting caught up in that emotional frenzy. They're going to make bad decisions.
I have a great story. So you know how you say when you get out of real estate when everybody becomes a realtor? Let's do it. The cashier gives you call me. Okay, here's how I know I can't trust crypto yet is my mother-in-law, who's 75, sent my husband a text saying, I think I want to get into crypto.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's time to drop back and punt.
Yeah, or at least that tells you now's not the right time to buy.
Yeah.
Now's not the right time to buy.
And then what we were saying yesterday is that the problem with bull markets is it makes stupid people look smart.
Yeah.
And the saying is the bull goes up the stairs, bear goes out the window. Mm-hmm. And when it comes down fast. My question is, though, I don't know if people are committing suicide.
Mm-hmm. I mean, these are 20-year-olds that probably didn't have anything really to start in, got lucky, thought, shoot, go to the moon or whatever the phrase is, and then they lost it all.
Well,
and to the point, they don't have any cash.
This is deja vu all over again, because in 1929 the saying was, watch out for falling bankers. Because they were coming out of the window, killing people in the street below.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, who do you blame? The Fed. It's the Fed. Because this is all just pushing people out the risk curve. Well, it's pushing people out the risk curve because you keep interest rates artificially low.
Do you listen to the Fed?
Well, there you go. Good point.
That's why so many young people are in crypto. They know something's wrong. They just don't have the big macro picture of it. And they get caught up in all these swings.
Uranium. And I think the overarching theme in pretty much everything that you've said for the last 30 or 40 years is if you're going into an investment and everyone else is doing it and that's what they're teaching you in school, you're probably not going to make money. You're probably going to lose money. But if you're going into an investment and every single person is telling you, Robert, you're crazy. What are you talking about? You're absolutely out of your mind. Don't do that. Those are the investments where you've made the most money. And it's been the exact same thing in my life, in Jim Rogers' life, and probably in Ralph